Welcome to Sib Spot. Today's featured Reddit stories are from Am I the A-Hole? Story 1 is by non-French fries 3621. Am I the a-hole telling girlfriend that she gave me the ick at a family dinner? I'm 32 dating my girlfriend Jenny, who's 27 for almost a year now, and we've met each other's families. Jenny is an only child of an Asian family, while I'm half and half with a younger sister, Anna, who's 21 female. Anna and I are close despite our age gap. Our parents both work demanding jobs, and I would babysit or chaperone for many of her bratty teen years. In recent months, I've noticed that whenever Anna comes up in conversation, Jenny would joke about how Anna is overly spoiled by my parents and how we've created a princess. Last week at a family dinner with my parents, I felt like Jenny was overly grilling Anna on school, dating, and life. At one point, Anna was telling a story about how her first date gave her the ick by not pulling out his wallet after their meal and let her foot the full meal. Jenny laughed and said that not every man will treat her to a dinner like her brother would, and that you need to lower your standards. I was not happy with this comment, as it sounded like my sister didn't deserve to be treated with basic respect, but also didn't want to embarrass Jenny. Jennifer then went on to talk about how that would have never happened to her, as men see her as high value. I don't know what about this comment that just pissed me off, but I said that she was giving me the ick, and to stop talking to my sister like that. The argument we had when we got home was massive, and Jenny told me that I was overreacting to the innocuous comment and would make a terrible father because I would always favor my sister over everyone else. I'm shocked at being called a terrible father and honestly don't think I was wrong, but I need another opinion. OP, your girlfriend Jenny is giving everybody who listens to or reads this story the ick right now. You should get rid of her immediately. She sounds awful. And for some reason, she's competitive with your sister. Your sister might be prettier than her or something. But yeah, she definitely sounds resentful of your sister for some reason. She's trying to be competitive and combative towards her. It doesn't make any sense. And what the heck does you being a good or bad father have to do with the way you talk to your sister and treat your sister? If anything, you treating your sister really well and standing up for her means you're going to be a good father. You need to get rid of this girl. Down in the comments by Chastity Plant. Not the a-hole. It's like she's trying to compete with your sister. I'd have already gotten rid of her. Under that by the OP non-French fries. I had this thought before too, but was too weirded out by it. Under that by Cultural N7074. OP, why are you with this person in the first place? She clearly has no respect for your sister, she's jealous of your sister, and indirectly put your sister down in front of you and directly was offensive to sister now. And she said you'll be a terrible father when the conversation was not even related to that. She wanted to hit you where it hurts and it seems like it did. And underneath that by Anime Geek 999. A few green flags can cover the red flags. This may be the tipping point, and OP is now looking back at the red flags again. Hate to say it, but you should ditch the word that rhymes with ditch. That's not very nice. Our next story is by Just War 115. Am I the a-hole for refusing to take my girlfriend home from a party after she embarrassed herself? A coworker invited me to a housewarming party. He bought a really nice house with a large yard, a pool, and even a waterfall flowing into the pool. I wouldn't say I'm necessarily friends with him, but we're friendly and make small talk when we see each other. We don't really hang out by ourselves. He's a nice guy, but we don't have too many interests. He told me I can bring my girlfriend. At that party, I knew about 3 of the 40 people there. At the party, my girlfriend began complaining to me about the food options, saying they don't follow her diet, she can't eat them. The host should have gotten better food, the paintings on the wall were tacky, his furniture sucks, that the music is pretty lame, and a bunch of other ridiculous complaints. We live in Sao Paulo at the moment, but we're from a region in southern Brazil where most people speak Hunsrück, which is a type of German, but it's a bit distinct from standard German. Someone from Germany wouldn't understand everything I say. She complained in Hunsrück, assuming that everyone at the party only knew Portuguese. But my coworker was near us, and he said, what I guess is standard German, I'm sorry we don't have any food that fits your dietary restrictions. If you're hungry, there's a store about 400 meters from here. It closes in an hour. I'm sorry you don't appreciate the music selection. Would you like to play something? My girlfriend looked shocked. Her jaw dropped and she just stuttered for a bit. A few people snickered in the back and another guy translate what happened, and she responded in Portuguese, "How do you all know German? I had no idea." And my coworker explains he and 3 other people in this party used to work in Germany, and that's how they know each other. My girlfriend pulled me aside and said she's so embarrassed she wants to go home. I told her no, I'm having a good time here, and she's begging me to bring her back, saying she's so embarrassed and she can't handle this, and I told her she shouldn't talk crap about people, and she's getting what she deserved. This broke out into a screaming match. She demanded I give her the car keys, and I refused. We stayed at the party for another 2 to 3 hours. She talked to some other girls but was kind of quiet. On the ride home, we got into another argument where she says I should have taken her side, and I unleashed a lot of my frustration onto her, saying she's actually the one causing embarrassment by insulting my coworker. She blamed me for not telling her he speaks German. I told her that wasn't relevant, and I never thought to bring it up. I honestly didn't know he spoke it that well. He just briefly mentioned living in Germany once at a meeting. So yeah, was I in the wrong here? This sort of thing happens all too often, where somebody thinks somebody doesn't speak the language and they start talking crap about them and saying really bad things about them. And then they have the surprised Pikachu face and they're shocked when the person replies in the language that they've been using. Don't talk crap about people who have invited you over for a party in their own home in any language. Avoid that entirely and then you won't be embarrassed. She doesn't seem to get it. You just don't talk crap about people in any language at all. You want to talk about it later. You don't need to put down everything that you're seeing around you in the moment. You can wait till you're at home. If you're that concerned about it, wait till you're at home. Then you can say what you want. This is entirely on her, and I'm glad that you stayed. And how dare she say that you should have taken her side? What, by default because she's with you romantically? No, that's not how it works. She embarrassed herself. If she wanted to leave the party for a while, she could have gone and had a meal at the store that's 400 meters away. Sit down there, regain your composure, and come back. And she should be apologizing, but didn't, apparently. Our next story today is by OK Combination 8439. Am I the a-hole for asking a random girl to sleep with my friend? Hi, bear with me on this one. So I'm 22 female, my partner and 6 other friends are vacationing around Europe right now. One of our friends, let's say Aaron, is still a virgin. He's a 22 male. I don't care about it, but he is very frustrated regarding this matter. So 2 days ago, we were in Budapest clubbing in our hostel when this girl approaches me and my boyfriend and 2 other friends. She introduces herself, solo traveler, and we invite her to stay with us. Aaron is somewhere else. During the night, she points at one of my friends who's in a relationship and asks whether he's taken or not. I tell her he is, and she goes, "I'm not even going to bother. I only like having intimate time with inexperienced guys." This girl is physically pretty and fun to be around, so I point out Aaron and tell her she should hit him up in that case. We left this morning, and 2 hours ago, Aaron came humming at me. Apparently, he and this girl slept together and texted over the day, and she said something along the lines of, "Glad X told me you're a greenie." He is very, very mad at me for talking about his private life with strangers, which I swear I did not intend to do, and for making someone pity him to have intimate time. My boyfriend sides with me, not the most objective source, and so does another of my girlfriends, but the rest of the group is being neutral and defensive and kind of ignores me. Am I the a-hole? I don't think you had a-hole intentions in this, but I also don't think it was your place to hear that she wants inexperienced guys and then point exactly to the friend who's probably shy to begin with. Shy people generally don't want somebody to hook them up with somebody who's just looking for a quick night of fun with somebody. But in the long run, it wouldn't be a bad thing if this turned into a relationship, right? They're still texting each other, so they like each other. I don't think that you should have hooked them up, but it sounds like the result of you hooking them up wasn't entirely a bad thing. I just think in the long run, it wasn't really your place. Down in the comments by suchad8763. Not the a-hole. She said she liked inexperienced guys and you pointed one out, and he has now lost his virginity, which you said he was very frustrated about. Just tell him, she said, I only want to sleep with virgins and you saw an opportunity for him, and then ask if he would rather had not had intimate time with her. I don't know. I know a lot of shy people, and I know a lot of shy people wouldn't want their first to know that they're inexperienced. But if their relationship continues to bloom from this, I think he'll forgive you in the long run. But I still think you should apologize to him, maybe. Just because he might be shy and he doesn't want to be seen as the one that can't get a girl. For a lot of men, I think that's like an emasculating thing. They don't want people to know that they're inexperienced, especially if there's somebody who's a little older, and he is. Our stories for today have come to a close. Until we meet again, have a beautiful day.